Hey gang, I got a really fun thing for you here today. I'm going to do 3 videos. It's a series of 3 videos. This is part 1, and I want to give you basically some information about getting a kit or a wardrobe, so to speak, for a do-it-yourself hunt, or even I guess if you're going with a guide. Let's say you drew a tag in Iowa, or you're going to another state, probably in the Midwest, for a whitetail hunt, and you're not sure what clothing to bring, and I would like to just give you the information about what types of clothing to bring for each of 3 different periods. Now, I started out my first do-it-yourself hunt away from home was a whitetail hunt, a late season hunt around Christmas time in southern Iowa, and the deer were really bunched up around the available food. There was a lot of snow. It was getting down around 0 at night, and I was really pretty unprepared for that hunt, and we didn't have the quality of clothing that we do now back then, and the clothing that we have nowadays is so much lighter for the warmth that's available, and we got different layering systems and different weights of clothing. We got windproof gear and waterproof gear and everything like that, and the Huntworth gear, as you know, if you've watched this channel at all, you know how much I'm in love with this stuff. And it's all I wear anymore, and I've got a lot of stuff here. Now, you're not going to start out like this, okay? But I'm telling you that be careful, because you might end up like this if you fall in love with this stuff like I have. But each of these 3 videos are going to be, number 1, the first one is going to be an early season hunt where it's warm weather. You know, it's basically maybe it's a September hunt, let's say. And the second one is going to be a rut hunt, which is typically around, say, Halloween, maybe the first 2 weeks of November. It's going to be getting down below freezing every night and so forth. You're going to be sitting in a stand in the mornings and the evenings primarily, checking trail cameras or whatever, scouting during the day. And then the third hunt is going to be a late season hunt when it's really cold. You're talking snow. You're talking about maybe getting down as low as 0 while you're hunting. At least you're going to be hunting when it's below freezing a lot. So before I start with the first video, I want to remind you of a couple of things. First of all, I can get you a discount on this gear. If you use this code BBB-20, I'll put it in the description below. I'll also put a link to the website where you can buy this stuff in the description below, and you'll get a 20% discount when you order this clothing online. You can also find this clothing in a lot of stores like your Fleet Farms, L&M Fleet, Tractor Supply. Those are the types of stores where you'll find this clothing. It's a really high quality clothing at a weekend warrior price point, is the way I like to put it. Okay, they also have women's clothing. I won't be discussing any of that today, but keep in mind that they do have really good quality and good fitting women's clothing. And of course, another thing is, every hunt you go on, make sure you take a good set of rain gear. So whether you're early season, mid season, or late season, you want to have a good set of rain gear. Another reminder is that all of the Huntworth clothing has a fairly generous cut. So if you're a really thin guy, small guy, you might want to downsize from what you're used to. If you're a large, you might want to go with a medium or whatever. For me, I typically wear with some clothing companies, 2X is about right. With others, extra large is about right. XL fits me perfect in this Huntworth clothing. So keep in mind when you're ordering that it's a pretty generous cut if you're choosing sizes. Okay, so let's go on. Let's talk about an early season deer hunt. You're going on an early season hunt. Maybe, you know, a lot of seasons in the Midwest open the 1st of September. It's hot during the day. You're getting in the stand at 70 degrees. You don't want to be bundled up, but as it cools off in the evening, you might want to pull something on, or if you're hunting in the morning, which is actually pretty unusual in an early season hunt because you're typically hunting a food source, but you'll want to wear a jacket in the morning if you do happen to hunt in the morning. So the number one thing I wanted to mention is these Durham pants. Durham pants are a really cool, stretchy, comfortable fabric. They're nice and cool. They're very comfortable to walk in if you're walking a long ways and you don't want to get all sweated up. I love these pants. In fact, I admit I think I have maybe 6 pairs of them. They come in gray and brown, and they come in the different camouflage like the Tarnin. This is the disruption pattern, which is the pattern that I'm going to be talking about in in all of these 3 videos that I'm doing here. But these Durham pants are the pants you're going to want to wear for early season. And of course, since it's warm, you're going to want to have lightweight, breathable, stretchy fabric shirt. Very comfortable shirt in warm weather, and you can get it in short sleeve like this one, or you can get it in long sleeve. Obviously for early season hunts you don't need a base layer or anything like that. Your objective more is to keep cool until the sun goes down and it cools off in the evening. This clothing all feels good and keeps you cool. It's great against your skin, put it that way. Of course you want a hat, and if you decide you want to wear some gloves, take some real lightweight gloves. So let's say you're hunting whitetails early season, and maybe you're hunting deer in the hay fields or where they're going to the corn or whatever, and you got in the stand at 75 degrees, but now the sun's down and it's starting to cool off, and you're not mobile, you're not active, so you're not generating heat. You want to pull something on. I'm going to give you 2 options here. The one that I use the most is just a Huntworth hoodie. And this is a really, really nice fabric. It fits really well. It's got a hood in case you want to pull up on your head to help protect yourself from mosquitoes or whatever. It's got different pockets. It's got the hand pockets up front. This hoodie is really easy to just roll up like this and tie to the bottom of your backpack. I use it like that all the time. Another option for a little bit more warmth would be this jacket right here, which is a pretty lightweight jacket. I believe it's I'll put a link in the description below to this jacket as well as all of these clothing that I've mentioned here. And then of course it's a good idea to have a neck gaiter, and you want a lightweight one like this neck gaiter right here. And that's it. I mean, basically that's your kit that you need for an early season hunt, and it's fairly inexpensive. You can put this package together and have a really good quality clothing to take with you. You're spending a lot of time and effort and maybe money on this hunt. You want to make sure you have the right clothing to go along. This kit is the one you want. And if you're going to be there for more than a few days, you might want to take an extra of 2 or 3 of the things, like an extra pair of pants and an extra shirt. So keep that in mind when you order. If you feel like this video helped you, please give it a like. It really helps us grow the channel. Okay, that's it for the early season hunt. Video number 2, we're going to cover a rut hunt and the types of clothing that you need for that. And if you order and use that code, you get the 20% off, and I get a small kickback, which helps me fund this channel to bring you the content that I do. So thank you very much for being a part of it, and we'll see you on the next video.